So I'm going to start by repeating what I said in my last video. True Prosperity Pulse is all about breaking the cycle, healing and growth. Today we'll be talking about something crucial though, and it's something that affects all of us entering into a relationship. How to recognize toxic dynamics before even stepping into a relationship. So toxic relationship doesn't always start toxic. They develop gradually, making it hard to see the warning signs until you are deeply entangled in the relationship. But what if you could spot the signs early? What if you could identify these behaviors that seem normal until it turns into an actual red flag? So let's break this down into three categories of toxic dynamics. Okay, the obvious ones, that's category one. The ones that are often overlooked, that's category two. And the deeper behavioral pattern that reveals toxicity before it becomes obvious, that's category three. Hi, Prosperity Warriors. Welcome back to Real Talk with Ju. I am Ju, and in today's topic, we are talking about recognizing early signs of toxic dynamics in a relationship. So let's start with category one, the common red flags, the obvious ones. These are toxic dynamics that people generally consider red flags. If you notice these patterns in someone early, then don't take them seriously and run. Okay, so the first sign is manipulation. Manipulation is when someone twists situations to make you feel guilty or doubt yourself. An example of this is they say, if you really love me, you do this for me, to trip you into complying with what they want you to do. And number two is controlling. A controlling partner dictates your choice under the disguise of caring. An example is they demand access to your phone, your social media, saying, if you have nothing to hide, why won't you let me check it? I'm just trying to keep you safe, or just trying to watch out for you. I love you so much. Number three is gaslighting, making you question your reality, making you doubt the feeling and your experience. An example of this is you express hurt and they respond that it never happened, or that you're imagining things. Number four is stonewalling, shutting down emotionally and ignoring your concerns, or giving you a silent treatment. That's a red flag. An example of this is you're trying to communicate and they refuse to talk to you for days as a form of punishment, maybe because you did something or you didn't accept what they wanted. Number five is passive aggression. Passive aggression is when someone expresses their anger indirectly, instead of addressing it openly. It's a form of emotional manipulation though, and it creates tension in the relationship. A sign of passive aggression is sarcasm. I do it a lot. Saying something that is mean in disguise of joke. Oh, that's not what I do actually. An example is you're good, but it doesn't make sense. or making compliments that actually is insultive. All right. So an example of this is actually saying that you look nice today for once in your life, or giving you that silent treatment, refusing to talk to you just to punish you. That's the passive aggression example. And maybe they start ignoring you for days instead of just confronting the situation. All right. Then there's another one that is physical expression of anger. Okay. Instead of hitting you, they punch the walls, they slam the door and break things. An example of this is after an argument, he will punch the table or he punches the wall or something, because they are angry. All right. And they'll tell you, you made me do this. You see what you made me do? Why is this dangerous? If someone can't control their temper and they exert it on objects, it's only a matter of time before it is directly to your face. So many victims of domestic abuse says, "Oh, he has never hit me before. He hits me. He just hit things around me." But physical aggression towards objects is one of the clearest signs that he will eventually hit you one day. All right, so that's a red flag. And another one, number 6, is when what we call reactive abuse, right? Reactive abuse happens when an abuser deliberately, he purposely provokes you or antagonizes you or emotionally manipulates you until you react, and when you react, it's now a problem. They'll not act calm and upset, and they now flip the script on you. They now flip the table and tell you, why are you acting like this? I didn't mean, that's not what I meant. Now you now look like the villain while they look like the victim. That's sign. So early warning signs and these relationships, at first it doesn't look like it's an abuse, all right? It might seem like a small disagreement or a playful tension or a misunderstanding, but over time it becomes a pattern that emerges into toxicity. All right, they will tease you and joke with you, expensive joke, but when you express discomfort and say no, that's too expensive, or I'm not comfortable with this, then they're provoked. They provoke you with small arguments just to see how you react. When you finally get upset, they will say, calm down. Wow, it's not that deep. Calm down. Why you, it's not that deep. Or they will dismiss your feelings, saying things like, why you overreacting? You're making this thing a big deal. It's not that big. It's not a big deal. And they'll gaslight you, twist the story, make you believe that you are the problem. They'll push you to that breaking point where you finally defend yourself, and they'll tell you, babe, now like this you're unstable, oh. So you can't take a joke. No, 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 that's a red flag. Then category 2 we'll be looking at is the overlooked red flag, just toxic, but always seen is not always seen as toxic, those kind of signs. All right. These behaviors might seem harmless or even a romantic gesture at first, but it's a sign of toxicity, and it's a red flag. So the first one is love bombing. People don't understand love bombing. Over the top gestures, constant complimenting you. They want to rush into fast relationship that is that deep. They want to have kids. No, 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 no. They want to marry you. They don't know you first and everything. And it's like, oh, he loves me so much. He just wants to settle down with me. He can't wait. My darling. An example is you've never met them before, you're just meeting them. Within a week, they meet you, they are pushing into attaching, emotional attachment that is that deep. Please run. It's a red flag. Number 2 is jealousy disguised as love. Oh, I love you so much. Excessive jealousy over small things, they are over passionate and caring. Please, it's a red flag. They will tell you, I get jealous because I love you so much. I can't just control my emotions. I love you and I just don't want you to mingle with these people anymore. It's a red flag. Playing the victim is another one. That's number 3. A toxic person will always make themselves feel like the victim when you meet them. to avoid accountability, or when you have argument to avoid accountability. An example is you call them out on maybe a hurtful action or something they say that was mean to you, and they start saying, why are you acting like this? I didn't mean that. Why are you making me feel like I love you so much? I'm just trying to look out for you and something. My darling, that's a red flag. Another one is they will isolate you from your family and friend. It might look small at first, you know. They'll discourage you from seeing people that they know will protect you. Some people like family, people like loved ones, and completely cut you out of your circle, your social life, and everything. You know, maybe for example, your friends don't really care about you. They'll say maybe you were doing a birthday and your friends don't show up. Say, you see, that's why I don't want you to mingle with them, because they don't really love you. I'm the one that can love you. I know you, so I love you so much. I understand you better than these people. Don't mingle with them anymore. That's a red flag, my darling. Don't. Number 5 is over criticism. Toxic partners will constantly criticize you to make you feel like you're never enough. This one actually doesn't show like that. You know, they'll say, you're prettier when you don't wear makeup, or maybe if you lose a little bit of weight, you will just look better. That's small insults. You know, they just put a lot of salt inside the whole and season it and give you like a meal, but it's an insult. Yes, that's the what I'm talking about. Then the third category is the ones that are serious behavioral pattern that you need to look out for, but it's not being done to you. These are deep behavioral pattern that might not be seen as toxic at first, but they reveal a lot about the person's character and the kind of personality they have. All right. So one of these is how they treat other people versus how they treat you. If they are kind to you but rude and abusive to everyone else, my darling, pay attention. So, for instance, you go to maybe a restaurant and they shout at waiters, or they insult your drivers, or they mistreat the employees if they have a business. But when you are around, you are an angel and they act like you are everything. That's a red flag. Run. Why does this matter? Eventually, you'll become one of those people that they're shouting at, and you become one of those people that they mistreat. Eventually. You say, I will never get there, but truthfully, you will. Number 2 is they talk to people anyhow, people that are under them that cannot afford to give them anything. You know, a person's true character is revealed when they treat people who they can't benefit from wrongly, when they abuse those kind of people. An example is maybe a security guard or a house help. They shout at them and they treat them like trash. All right. Then they act entitled and disrespectful when they see those kind of people. You know, the person will look down on other people one day. The person that looks down on them will look down on you. You know, those kind of people will look down on you eventually. So that's a red flag. Another is the way they treat the member of the family, especially their mothers. You know, there's a saying that says how a man treats his mother is how he will treat his wife. It is true. Me, I think it's true. I think it's true. All right. So an example is if he speaks rudely about his mother or his parents, belittles them, and refuse to support them, expect the same treatment later in your relationship, because that's how he knows how to treat family. If they are family and you eventually become family, he will treat you the same way. A man disrespects his mother, he will struggle to respect his wife. Definitely. Number 4 is um, conversations. If you have a way, you're talking to someone and the person has a way of talking to you that doesn't show a future, please run. You know, when they say things like, um, maybe you're in trouble and you'll talk to them and they say, okay, what will you do now? You're on your own. Oh, babe, the sentence is already showing that you're on your own. You know, when they say, man, the man that will marry you, darling, the man that will marry you, how far? Are you not in a relationship with this person? So things like that, you know. Why does recognizing these signs matter? Why do they matter? because awareness is the first step in breaking the cycle of toxicity, of toxic relationship. All right. It doesn't always show the true color. Toxicity does not just come and just show up. It's something that it's been there, and it starts building over time and then becomes a full-blown toxic cycle. All right. Knowing these dynamics before entering a relationship gives you the power to make better choices. So there are different categories of things you should know. They are the real red flags, they are the subtle ones, and all that. All this, you should know them. Which red flag have you experienced and noticed in your relationship? Please let us know which you have experienced. Drop a comment, or if you have a story to share, send us a mail at juprosperitipulse@gmail.com. Follow us on all social media platforms, all Ju Prosperity Pulse, and follow us on Real Talk with Ju on YouTube for more insights on healing, growth, and breaking the cycle altogether. Final words from me is that I love you. I love you, and I need you to know those things. I've been there, done that. It didn't pay me. My darling, if you enter it will not pay you. At Ju Prosperity Plus, we are here to make sure that the cycle of living in marriage before time is broken. The cycle of dying or unaliving yourself is broken. The cycle of going through all the negativity in a relationship and think, oh, they will give me a medal at the end of the day because I endured, is broken. The cycle of bleeding on our children, the next generation, is broken. You know, we need all these things to be broken. We need to heal. We need to learn and know, be self-aware, okay? We need to know how to separate positive and negative and select and not make people's opinion determine what happens in our lives. We need to learn to be who we are, truly who we are, to achieve our purpose, all right, and not sacrifice those things, the all in the name of relationship. Knowing these problems is already halfway solving it. This is why awareness matters. We are here to help you see the signs, break the cycle, and build a healthier, happier relationship. I am not all about spoiling relationship or breaking relationship. I'm all about telling you what to see before it happens or how to handle it before it happens. And these signs in this toxicity dynamics matters a lot. So you can see them beforehand. If you have more questions, or if you think that there are other signs that you've noticed that I didn't mention, you can drop a comment, or you can actually tell us the signs that you've noticed that I did not mention in the video, because I know that I left a lot of signs out there and I didn't mention them. Okay, so we're in this together. It's a family, it's a movement. Let's break the circle. Break the circle with me at Ju Prosperity Boss. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.